Being an optimist can lead you to a happier, healthier lifestyle. But in order to be an optimist, you have to fill your mind with positive thoughts. So what is optimism? Optimism, as described by dictionary.com, is the look on the more favorable side of events and conditions and to expect the most favorable outcome. The opposite of optimism is pessimism, and Winston Churchill compares the two with this quote. Pessimists see the difficulty in every opportunity. Optimists see the opportunity in every difficulty. With being an optimist, you'll receive some benefits. Some of the health benefits you'll receive is an increased life expectancy, so why wouldn't you want to live longer? You're more resistant to diseases, so as a student like me, you don't have to miss as much school. Yay. And you have a sharper mind, so during times of stress, you have better coping skills and you won't collapse under the pressure. Along with health benefits, you'll also receive some social benefits. If you go into a job interview with a dull, negative personality, you won't be hired over someone who has a positive, upbeat personality. This goes along with you're easier to like. You also act as a radiance of positivity for others. So if they're feeling down, you have the ability to bring them back up and thinking positive again. I feel that all these benefits are important, but the most important benefit to me is the ability to learn from your mistakes. Because as a pessimist, you're more focused on past experiences and past failures. But as an optimist, you use those past failures to your advantage and you learn from them. I've experienced with optimism in sports, at school, and around the house. In sports, I played tennis, and if you play tennis or any other sport, you know that your mental game is just as important as your physical game. At school, if I'm taking a test and don't know the answer to one of the problems, I don't freeze up, but instead I look back to past times where I worked out that problem on a review or an assignment, and it helps me solve the problem and continue. Around the house, if I lose something, I better not give up and find it, or my mom has to go look for it. And if she has to go look for it, then she gets mad. If she gets mad, then I get mad at her for being mad at me, and it's just a mess. But if I stay optimistic, that sharper mind benefit will come into play, and I'm usually able to find whatever I'm looking for. Now with everything in life, there are going to be some obstacles. Some obstacles with optimism include failure, which can be taken wrongly and lead to frustration, which in the long run can lead you to being a pessimist, which is something an optimist never wants to be. Negative surroundings can also be an obstacle in staying optimistic. If you surround yourself with negative people, you'll find it harder for yourself to stay positive. Just self-doubt in itself can also be an obstacle. Self-criticism can be good in some cases, but if it's abused, it could lead you to being a pessimist. Some men who defied these obstacles were Thomas Edison, who failed over 9,000 times in the creation of the light bulb, and received ridicule from friends and family saying that it could not be done. Babe Ruth, who is considered one of the best baseball players of all time, also has the record for the most strikeouts. He just stepped up to the plate and kept swinging. Now, how did they do this? They weren't superheroes. They did this by surrounding themselves with positive people. Because like I said earlier, if you surround yourself with negative people, you'll find it harder for yourself to stay positive. But in this case, if you surround yourself with positive people, you'll find it easier to stay positive. Humor could also go a long way in staying optimistic. I know when I'm feeling down, my dad does a good job putting a smile on my face and making me feel a whole lot better. I try to do this with others as well, and my friends know me for making an occasional joke every once in a while. And just casting out negative thoughts can also help you stay optimistic. My mentor, Mr. Godfrey, has also used optimism throughout his life. Mr. Godfrey started struggling in college, but with the help from his professors in optimism, he was able to graduate college, and now he's a third-grade teacher here at the Oak Ridge School. Mr. Godfrey is also a soccer coach, so he has to stay optimistic for his players, because if his players see him feeling down, they'll too just forfeit the game. Mr. Godfrey, throughout his life, has had his parents to support him through his problems and fill his mind with positive thoughts. So after hearing all of this, why not be optimistic? It's better than pessimism. You get significant benefits that'll help you out in your day-to-day life, and you're overall a more well-liked person. So the next time you're faced with an obstacle, keep your head held high and ask yourself, are you being an optimist? These presentations represent the culmination of a semester of hard work. We spent the first 9 weeks exploring our topics through a variety of writing assignments, including a research paper and a persuasive essay. We learned about ethos, pathos, and logos, and how to use specific persuasive techniques in our writing and our presentations. After spring break, we shifted our focus to creating our prezzies and practicing our presentations. Thank you for coming today to see our final presentations and for supporting us during this semester. Thank you.